In July 2017, three Brazilian sailors, Rodrigo Dantas, Daniel Dantas and Daniel Guerra, joined as crew members to transport a 72-feet British schooner from Salvador, Brazil to Madeira Island, Portugal. Rodrigo Dantas and Daniel Guerra were hired by their recruitment agency, the Yacht Delivery Company, based in the Netherlands, while Daniel Dantas joined later as an independent volunteer. Driven by the dream of crossing the Atlantic Ocean and to acquire experience as nautical miles, the crew boarded the boat and set sail. But near the end of the journey, the adventure became a nightmare. The crew boarded the boat and left Salvador in the state of Bahia. From Salvador, the crew was composed by Rodrigo Dantas, Daniel Guerra, George Fox-Soul, and the mechanic Carlos Orozco. They stopped at Natal in the state of Rio Grande do Norte for refueling, resupplying and maintenance before leaving for Portugal. At this point, George Soul and Carlos Orozco left the crew, alleging personal reasons, and Daniel Dantas and the new appointment captain, the French citizen Oliver Thomas, joined the crew. At Natal, the boat was inspected by the Brazilian Federal Police, which lasted for more than 6 hours, and sniffing dogs were used in the search, and they verified that there was nothing wrong or suspicious in the boat. Soon after, satisfied that the boat was clear after the inspection, they finally set sail to fulfill their dreams of crossing the ocean. After 18 days of sailing and several problems with the boat, the crew decided to stop at Mindelo, Cape Verde for repairs. A few days after arriving in Mindelo, the local police showed up for an inspection of the boat, and they found more than 1 ton of cocaine hidden in the hull of the boat. The crew had no way of knowing about this, because the drug was placed inside underwater tanks and under several layers of steel plates and fiberglass. The owner of the boat, George Edward Soul, a British citizen known as Fox, is currently missing. The 3 Brazilian crew members and the French captain are currently in jail and have all been sentenced to 10 years in prison. The families of the crew managed to contact Fox shortly after the arrests, and George Soul stated that he was very confused, angry and upset with what happened, and then he disappeared. Friends and families are in a relentless pursuit to prove the innocence of those 4 people. They are trying to show the justice system of Cape Verde that the crew fell into a trap laid by international drug traffickers. The Brazilian Federal Police Department, after a thorough investigation, issued a 600-page official document finding the 4 crew members not guilty. The judge in Cape Verde, who sentenced the crew to 10 years in prison, stated that such document was biased and refused to accept it as evidence during the trial. Furthermore, he refused to listen to the witnesses. In April of 2018, an arrest warrant for the British citizens Robert James Delbos, George Edward Soul and Matthew Stephen Bolton, who brought the ship to Brazil, was issued. On June 15th, the press office of the Federal Police of Bahia revealed that Robert James Delbos was arrested in Spain. According to the same government office, the Spanish Police Department answered to the request of the Brazilian courts since the British citizen was accused of international drug trafficking. An extradition request has been issued for Robert Delbos to be brought to Brazil so he could be held accountable and to shed some light of the participation of the 4 crew members sentenced to 10 years of prison in Cape Verde. His testimony is key to provide the judicial system of Cape Verde that the 3 Brazilian crew members and the French captain are innocent.